In this video, I will be configuring server 01 as a print server with 3 printers, and I will set permissions to these printers. I'll deploy all 3 printers to server 02 via group policy, and I'm going to demonstrate that the permissions are working. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add the 3 printers. Do this by going to Print Management, right-clicking on Printer, and click Add Printer. Right now we're going to use the LPT printer port 1. We're going to use the existing driver, HP LaserJet 4. We're going to just call this one Printer 1. We're going to make sure our share name is Printer 1 as well. That's the same process for all 3 printers, so I'm just going to skip to where I've already created all 3 printers. Next, we're going to set permissions and priorities for our printers. We'll start with Printer 1. This is going to be known as our executives printer. We do not want everyone to be able to print to this. We're going to uncheck the print box. Now we're going to add the executives group. And then as you can see, we're going to give them the print permission. Now we're going to go to the advanced tab and set the priority as 99 so that this one always has priority over the other 3 printers. And apply and OK. Actually, come to think of it, we're going to go ahead and give executives both managed printers and documents permissions. You know, what the heck. We click apply and OK. We're going to printer 2. We go to properties. And we're going to make this point back to the print device for printer 1. We're going to set this priority as 50. We go apply and OK. The permissions are the same on that one. They're fine. Now we're going to make a printer pool. For that we have to create 2 more printers. I'm going to go ahead and use the communications port for both of them, 1 and 2. We're going to call this one Printer Pool 1. And then the other one will be Printer Pool 2. On communications port 2. And the same driver. And Printer Pool 2 for both printer name and share name. Now we're going to go to printer 3 properties and actually configure the printer pool. We go to ports and we're going to check enable printer pooling and we're going to select both COM1 and COM2. Now we're going to deploy all 3 printers using group policy. So we right click deploy group policy, click browse, select the default domain policy. We'll make sure it's to the computer, not the user. Computer is a little more easier to handle. Now this is the same exact process for all 3, so I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. Click browse, we're always going to use a default domain policy. And you got to click add, and OK, OK again, and OK again, for a total of 3 times. Now we're going to demonstrate that they were deployed. Over on server 02, we're just going to go to command line and issue the GP update, group policy update command. As you can see, that'd be the user policy, but the computer policy is what we want. As you can see, that's what it just did. So I'm going to go over to our control panel and go to our printers. And as you can see, we have all 3 printers. And they were deployed successfully via group policy. Now we're going to demonstrate that permissions work. Now CEO, this user is a member of the executives domain. So we're going to go to Notepad. We're just going to type some text in to print. Doesn't really matter what. Like I said earlier, CEO is an executive user. We go print and printer 1 and print. Now I'm going to jump back over to server 01, which is our printer server. As you can see, CEO, there is the print job that we sent. Now user 1 is just an account that would, for all intents and purposes, on this lab will be considered everyone. So we're going to test this out. Now because this user is not a part of the executives domain, we're not going to be able to use the printer 1, as you can see here. It's not even joined on the computer. We're going to print to both 2 and 3. We're going to jump back over to server 01. As you can see, there are the jobs in the queue. We're going to open up each queue just so you can see. So as always, we right click, open printer key. As you can see, the owner is user 1. And the same thing for printer 3, owner is user 1. And this is the end for my lab video for Lab 7 in INTC 2030. See you next time.